Well, it's Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. It's, what is that? It's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm bored. Kevin will be over around 8. In the meantime, yesterday morning before I went out to friends for Thanksgiving brunch, lunch, dinner, I was bored then, so I put all the covers onto the head assembly, the rocker covers, the valve covers, and I was very pleased with myself. And then I went in and I checked the YouTube channel for any pertinent comments and found out that one of my eagle-eyed followers mentioned you put the rocker shafts in facing the wrong way. I clearly stated, emphatically stated, that they go with the flat towards the center of the head, when it clearly says in the manual that they go with the flats facing the covers rather than the center. So all 4 of these rocker shafts are inserted facing the wrong way. So that's what I get to do this morning. I'm going to take the covers off, I'm going to use a heat gun to warm things up. Well, first of all, covers off, loosen all the rocker arms completely so that there's absolutely no tension on the rocker arms at all. And then I'm going to use a heat gun to heat this area around each of the rocker shafts, use the removal tool to pull them out about halfway, and then use the pry bar to rotate them, and then push them back in. With any luck, everything inside here, the springs and spacers, will stay in place because there's no reason for them not to. And hopefully everything will go back together smoothly. If not, it may be a little bit more difficult. If it gets to be too ridiculously difficult, I'll pop the head back off. So that's my penance for doing it wrong. And I am very thankful that the viewer, the follower, mentioned it to me. I do appreciate that. No problem at all. When speaking about comments, it's really neat. All the comments I've ever gotten have been very straightforward, and nobody's been snarky at all. It's really nice, and I try to respond in kind. So that's what I'm going to be doing this morning. I should have all this out and in process before Kevin even gets here around 8 o'clock or so. So, hope you all had a good Thanksgiving, and I'm going to start the process right now. Okay, taking all the covers off went quickly, just a couple of minutes. I released all the pressure on the the rockers, so theoretically these 2 should come out. Then when I get them successfully reversed, I'll do the other side. So I'll do that process now. Thought I'd show you these 3 screwdrivers that I've modified over the years. This one is used for adjusting, tightening, inserting the clutch spring nuts on Triumph's BSAs. And it's modified and ground down to fit. Let's see if I can get the focus to focus so you can actually see it. And it fits nicely. This one I modified for the same job, thinking, gee, if I let it protrude, it would go into the clutch nut and hold it straight while I put it on. Well, it didn't work. Finally, I just decided that starting the clutch nuts and using this one made a lot more sense. So that's the one I use. This one's been sitting idle for a very long time. And I'm going to modify it again. This one I modified at some point in time for some job, and I don't even remember when or why. I took this over here to see if it would fit in here, and it does. A little loose and not quite as wide as I want, so I'm going to put it back. And I'm going to use this one because I just barely ground off a little bit of the edge, and it fits in here very nicely. So I'm going to warm the heck out of this, put this in, put a wrench here, and see if I can't rotate these things. This ought to be fun. I'll do it with the camera on the tripod, and we'll see what happens. We'll see it together. All right, first thing I'm going to do is warm this up, like so. Then I will use the extractor tool to pull it out about third to halfway, and then I'll try to turn it. I'll do this in separate videos because it'd be boring to do it in one great big long one. So here I go. Since both bosses where the shaft goes through are accessible, I'm warming both the inner and the outer. And then I'll start to try to turn the shaft. I used the probe to confirm that the hole is facing the wrong way. And I'm just doing the warming. All right, I use the extractor tool to pull the shaft out approximately halfway. I'm going to take a look at it now. Or maybe not. Not as far as I thought. Let's see if it'll turn. Okay. I think I'm going to take that tip off because I just can't get it all the way to seat. No. I want it in farther. Well, I modified the screwdriver a little bit more. I actually, let's see, how do you get this thing to focus down? Is that better? Yeah. It's very blunt, and I made it so that it fits really, really tightly in the end of these rocker shafts. There. And you can see it, it's so tight, it'll actually suspend itself. Look, Ma, no hands. Okay, so I'm going to warm this up again, both sides, try to twist this with it extended out as far as it is. And if not, I'll pull it out farther. We'll see how it goes. All right, I've heated it up, warmed it up. Let's give it a try and see what happens. Oh my goodness. I would call that a success. That should be roughly lined up. And I will now tap it back in. And see how lined up on the hole we are. Okay, we're lined up nicely on the hole. Yep, just a tad bit down. Oh yeah. And bigger hammer, bigger drift. All right, so I successfully turned that one around. I'm going to do 3 more, but I'm not going to do them on video because that'd be a really long video. So anyway, I've rotated that properly. I'm going to do the other ones now. Okay, both of these are done. I only extracted this one, probably half the length of the other one. I extracted it until it felt like it was coming free smoothly when I was using the extraction tool. And it was enough. I could just turn it. So these 2 are done. I'm going to go to the other side. I'll show you the full process on one of those over there, just for the heck of it. All right, I'm going to warm this one up, inside and out, basically until it's almost too hot to touch. By the way, let me show you something cool about this heat gun. It's an old Milwaukee. I've had it like 20 years, and it just keeps working. But what I did was I extended the cord. This cord is plugged in way over there. So I've got a long cord. On my heat gun. Makes life a lot easier. I just spliced it in and put heat shrink over it. Okay, I've heated the shaft, both ends, till it's hot to the touch. Got this in place. I'm going to take it out about 1/3 of the way or so. There, you feel it break? I felt it break free. And you pull it out until it starts to feel like it's coming really easy, which basically it is right about now. See, it's not taking any pressure at all to turn it. So I'm going to stop there because that's probably enough. It's not far out at all. Let's just see if it'll do the spin. And it does, very nicely. And I'm going to get the flashlight now. And confirm that I'm lined up with the oil hole. And I can't quite see it, so I'll tap it in a little bit. Beautiful. Just about a bazillionth of an inch. No, actually, that's very good. I'm going to do just a tad bit, if it'll move, just a tad bit down. Yeah, right there. And I've got the oil hole lined up beautifully. And now I'm going to tap it in. Okay, that one's done. I'm going to do this one, but I'm not going to bother to video it. It's the same thing over and over again. Okay, all four are done, and I'm just going to go ahead and publish this video. It's Kevin's not here. I'll try to get it up on the web. When he gets here, we'll dress out the engine, start hanging bits and pieces like exhaust systems and ignition coils, and doing the preliminary timing and covering all the covers and trying to put this bike back together. Be cool if I got it back together today. That'd be fun. That's where we are. I'll video another one later on in the day.